dares disturb my midnight feast? Some interstellar greasy thief. They left no note, they left no trace, just sizzling echoes lost in space. Celestial hunger, fate denied, a cosmic crime with no reply. Gone beyond the troposphere, the celestial snack high starts right here. I ran outside, my eyes to heaven. A spaceship blinked, row 1, seat 7. Their pilot waved a smug salute. Mayo stains on silver boots. A silent scream, a vow of vengeance, but against the void I had no presence. No ray gun, no cosmic key, just hunger, pangs, and shattered dreams. The stars above indifferent still, the void cared not for empty grills, but justice calls for those who grieve, and I swore then I'd retrieve. Return my fries, return my beef, return my bun so soft, so sweet. You take my meal, you take my pride, you take the joy from deep inside. Across the galaxies I chase, one burger lost in time and space. Through nebulae, through dark and bright, the celestial snack heist ends tonight. Through hyperspace, my hunger guided, a phantom scent, my soul ignited. I found their world, their neon spires, burger stands with cosmic fries. The burger thief, their gaze so smug, lifting high my stolen grub. I lunged, I leaped, I made my claim, but fate again was not my game. A portal cracked, the time loop spun, the thief and I became as one. Two echoes bound in endless plight, forever chasing lost in flight. My hands stretch out, but time rewinds. My meal departs, my fate unkind. 1,000 bites that never land, 1,000 dreams in shifting sands. Across the stars, across the years, I chase in loops, consumed by fears. The past repeats, the hunger tight, the celestial snack heist locks me tight. My burger, my destiny. Oh, let me feast, let me be free. Release this curse, let hunger leave. Yet here I drift in endless plight, a specter lost in cosmic night. Galactic thieves, they laugh, they cheer, but I will chase for countless years. Through wormholes vast, through endless blight, the celestial snack heist haunts my flight. So here I drift, a tale untold, a hungry ghost in darkened folds. No taste, no touch, just phantom sight, forever lost in midnight bite.
Hello, hello, hello. Why is the game audio muted? There we go. That was weird. Hello, 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 hello. It's your favorite neighborhood birdie here once again, and we are getting back to the madness that is Danganronpa. Well, as last we left things, the 6 became 7, then promptly became 6 again. Possibly 5, because we have yet to find Kyoko. Is Kyoko the woman that died in the botany area? Or is the 16th person the one that's in front of us? Or is it somebody else entirely? Only time will tell. But Monokuma, despite us not knowing who the fuck we're dealing with, and even Monokuma himself not telling us who we're dealing with, we still have a class trial to prepare for. So let us do exactly that. Complete with rocker music for this investigation, apparently. Alright. So the information that we got at the end of the last episode as well is, of course, the Monokuma file! Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. That's a lot of force needed to go completely through the body. Especially through the chest. Like, how much, like, with all the ribs and whatnot in the way, how much that is a lot of force to get through the entire body. And arguably more so if it's a woman, because obviously you've got the breast tissue there as well. Anyway, let's do some investigating. We have a knife laying on the ground. It looks like the knife that we were meant to be keeping charged. That is the knife that stuck in the body before it exploded. Yeah. Right up to the hilt, though. Jesus. Maybe? Either way, this knife looks familiar. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, this is getting weird. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. Well, a lot of this doesn't make sense because we're in the dorms in the first floor. This body is in the 5th floor. Oops. That hurt. And maybe then I. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. Yeah, there was a hell of a fever dream. Alright, there's also that. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Sprinkler system? sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Yeah. Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have got wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30, or more accurately, after they turned off. And how long do they stay on for? Okay. So we kinda need to check the body here. Maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Right. Definitely warm. What's going on here? Something weird about the body's fingers. Fake. Okay, so the victim's wearing fake clothes. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Hey, you don't know what the girls get up to behind closed doors. I was more interested in what's on the back of her hand, but okay. Here we go. A tattoo. They got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. I'm literally tilting my head to have a look at it right now. I'd say that's more of a wolf than a dog, but, same subspecies anyway, so it's the same kind of idea. Although the fucking flower motif it's in just makes me think of the Metropolitan Police, just saying. Alright, the lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half gets set on fire, so I dumped it back in the water. Yep. Which explains why the bottom half is wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Well, the bottom half isn't wet, so this happened after 7:30. The white jacket victim is wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The upper half of the body gets set on fire. It's totally blackened. The top half of the body is wet. We knew that. Because it gets set on fire. Yep. That is a grim picture, just saying. Alright. Anything else I need to be aware of? I think so. Step away from the body! Okay. I'll just stay away, yeah. It's yours, Toko! And if you... Actually, I probably shouldn't say that too loud. Yasuhiro might actually fucking believe it. Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to feed anymore. Ah, you're good! There's no blood. And even if there was, it's all cauterized. What? Do you remember how the body looked before? Yeah. Just stop it in for a few minutes? Well, a few minutes? It's absolutely A-okay, Big War. How are you doing tonight? Why is my bot not updated? Hang on. Oh, bloody brilliant. My bot is not updating. Oh, there it goes. Now it's updating.
Mute?
Hey, Queen, hey, Big War. Hello, my honey, hello, my baby, hello, my ragtime gal. Okay, I'm gonna eat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Enjoy your shepherd's pie casserole. That's the only way I can describe what you sent me. Alright, wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat, yeah? Is that like something in the back of the head as well? Like maybe a pressure plate for the bomb? Also, there was a knife sticking out the stomach of the area, but it was still blood. Makes sense. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Huh? How much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground. That's a point. Okay. Okay. I wanted to talk to you. Well, I kinda don't want to talk to you, but I guess I don't have a choice.
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. Excuse me?
in other words,
I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. In bed, friggin' sneezing my guts out.
naturally.
Isn't it always this murder took place after nighttime? Yeah? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no boy here.
In other words,
So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. No, it can't. It's after morning. However, Tokuhiro, Hira, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Tokuhiro's together. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone, we even went to the bathroom pairs. Christ, did you hold each other's dicks while you were at it? Wait, how does that work for the girls? Never mind, don't answer that. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. Yeah.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, that's our problem. Also, when we went to go get Hiro and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
You never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I was asleep. Hardly an alibi, yes, but it's... I can only tell you what I can tell you. No kidding. I'm the only one with an alibi. That's really bad, is this? Yeah, pretty much. I wouldn't describe it as good, put it that way. It's 11 o'clock. Okay.
For serious.
I just think about when we first found the body. Just looking back at what it did this morning. Okay. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed to the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I meet up with Ida. That was right around 7:30. Okay, so that's when the sprinklers would have turned on. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time is it then? 8:01. Oh, it's like 8:01.
You know?
So to say for sure that the body was found at day AM. Okay, my job's done. Your job never fucking started. Right, okay. Right. It's not quite adding up. Okay. 4 chickens. There were definitely 5 yesterday.
Yo!
Precisely 5, yeah? Alright, where's chicken number 5 then? Huh? Huh? I wonder when it disappeared. I also wonder why it disappeared. And where it went!
But
I was down here just before night time last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then.
what?
Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. Oh, if this is being broadcast worldwide, I can't be the only person in the world thinking that you're a complete dumbass.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. Somehow, I don't think you've ever done a jigsaw that was bigger than like 4 pieces. So why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Apparently it is. Fred and Monji, were, listening into my stream last night, and apparently nicked one between that stream and this one. Right, ooh, okay. Yeah, probably should take a look at the tool sheds. Okay, this room is dusty, disorganized, in other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Complete with lawnmower that we can call for help with. But that tarp, I'm pretty sure, wasn't there before. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. The top is wet. I wonder. I'm brainstorming here. Could the body have been there before 7:30 if the tarp was on top of the body to prevent the body from getting wet? Again, a lot of that stuff. The underside is totally clean and completely dry. Okay, so that lends credence to that theory. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. So you're not concerned about Colt making a crop circle? Apparently that's all we need here, so... Alright, let's get out of here. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet? What anime shows are you into? I wouldn't say I'm really into much anime. I watch what I watch and I like what I like. If I watch it and like it, then I'll watch more of it. That's pretty much it. Have you seen Black Butler? No, I have not. And what the hell is going on with my chat? I'm having to scroll down every single time you're posting. I'm the same. No, I haven't seen Black Butler. The only thing that I could really say that I've seen as, quote-unquote, anime, and even then, it's not much of a series. It's, well, there's a Japanese one that I've watched that I really like called Shirokuma Cafe. And that's like 50 episodes. And then there's another one that I have on my laptop. It's only 10 episodes, but they're like feature-length episodes each. Hellsing Ultimate. But I mean, besides for that, and like the ones that everyone's watched, like Pokemon, Digimon, etc., there's not much else anime-wise I've really seen. There's other areas I need to check, okay. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko's never been the person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room is with Byakuya.
It's all clear now.
What?
Just give up. What?
Then fine, tag along, kiss my ass. Maybe again later. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Goodbye.
Alright. That one area. I'm trying to figure out where that one area is. What does that look like? Is that the Dojo River? Wait, the card's missing for number 6. Do you also plan to play the new psychological horror game, Sudagari Chess? I have, until you bring it up, I have literally never heard of it. But, I'm open to the idea. I don't know when I'll get round to it, but I'm certainly open to the idea. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay, so it's not here then. Fuck. Wait, where's that target then? Where would that have been? Where would that have been? Oh! I'm being an idiot. Hang on. I'm gonna need to go this way because it's gonna take me forever to get there. Yes, the dismantled Monokuma unit. I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Ah, okay.
Huh? What?
Right, okay. Okay, now it makes sense. Alright. I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Okay. Oh, really? You're gonna make me go back to the fucking garden?
Let's go.
Well, you've got her key, so open the fucking door. Nice. Oh, Kyoko's room is very smart, actually. Like, it looks like, apart from the fact it's got pink bed sheets and this book thingamajigger, it looks almost identical to me. Wow. Okay. Well, since I'm in here, let's see if there's any points around. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do, but... I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. What, you looking for a fucking vibrator or something? She may have certain articles hanging out to dry. You literally have a fucking dryer room that has a full-on swimsuit hanging out. I don't think she has a problem with that. Jesus Christ. Wrestling's on. Oh god, it's okay. 6.
What?
Ah, okay. I did say number 6, like it was missing. Now that doesn't surprise me the slightest, buddy. Just saying.
It's certainly possible.
If it is a key, I think I may know what it unlocks, so do I. Something in the dojo. Yeah, I think you're right. Alright, so I presume we're gonna have to go up to the dojo at some point.
What? Come on.
Earlier, Kyoko gave this.
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Well, we don't know for a fact that anything has happened to Kyoko yet, but... Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Fair enough. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
sheets. I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 student registry, Mukuro Ikusaba, female. Class 78. Okay.
I see.
Why did she have it? That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she stuck it to the headmaster's room upon. Yeah, maybe. Speaking of which, we still need to get that key. It was a key and dicks. It's gotta be the student profile, yeah. Kyoko said her death note meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. And look down at the profile sheet, okay? Name Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. In elementary school? Jesus! Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. Fenrir. Fenrir's a mythical wolf. And the body upstairs has a wolf tattoo. Anyone here WWE fans? I don't know if Mossy's in here or not, but if you ever see Mossman in here, he's a WWE fan. I'm not, though. And I don't want to speak for anyone else because I don't know for sure. So, given Fenrir is now involved, I think the body upstairs is Mukuro Ikusaba. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Interesting.
I see.
Never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Oh, don't tell me you fucking knew. Oh wait, you're an elitist. Of course you'd fucking know.
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. Wow. They do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. I wonder if that's who Celeste was referring to anytime she mentioned, if you ever get to F tier, I'll have you killed. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
solved? I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. So basically what you're saying is, I'm no longer the protagonist. I mean, you're probably right, but still.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
So what do we do?
Hey, come on now.
Don't forget me, I'm not gonna hold it against you. I'm sure you will. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? What about borrowing without permission? But who I can't forgive is Miss Gong, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Well, Sakura's already dead, so what are you gonna do to her? It hasn't already been done to her. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Jesus Christ.
What?
Proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order. Ha! You've never been to my school, have you? Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Interesting.
Of course.
Can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? Interesting. On the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the Killer Game. What? A participant is writing the rules. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? Well, 16. Probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway back when there were 15 people there, right? Yeah. I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
in other words, yes, indeed.
Yeah, that much I pretty much figured out already.
Mukuro Ikusaba,
So this Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th student?
the 16th student,
Or the 16th
lying hidden
participant,
somewhere
sorry.
in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Okay, now I'm even more confused. Because if the body upstairs is Mukuro Ikusaba, now who's writing the rules?
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Since you got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. Oh, God. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Not the slightest. Ooh, spinner.
Well, now.
That's all you get for now, okay. Oh, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. So that'd be Kyoko, okay?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Curious. Oh, I think Hell Queen needs to buy some bulbs. Monokuma's account, Jesus Christ. Okay. So in the back of her hand, she's got a fuck ton of scars. Okay. No, wait, no. Oh, I caught a spider. Between the nails don't make sense. If that's Kyoko, the nails don't make sense. There's also no scars on that hand. Day and night, Byakuya, day and night.
What? Such ignorance.
Wow! Fuck you, asshole! So there were 16 students, right, which means Bukuro was a student there. I have the friggin' hiccups. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Bukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. Yeah, we kind of got to that. But why would he tell us that and why now? I have no idea. He said he wanted to make things clear so that we'd bring complaints later. You really are an idiot. Of course she is.
It's certainly possible.
I mean, I never thought of it like that. Sure it is.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikisawa isn't the culprit. We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. He's got a point. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information to raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. That's the trap, yes. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but that's really true. If Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Oh, and the music's back.
let's go.
Well, thank you for actually taking us to the dojo. I didn't want to go into the fucking map again. Okay.
I see. Very strange.
Yeah?
That's right.
And sure enough, it opens. Okay, what's it in? Arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. Titanium as well, okay. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. I don't know, you can stab someone pretty fucking hard with a stick. Something else, yes, I do see that. A wadded up ball of duct tape. Blood.
I see.
What? Huh? Tie them up so they didn't struggle, maybe. Maybe. But that wouldn't explain the blood.
Very strange.
Yeah, it is. The locker was hiding out was clearly related to the case, but to take their mouth so they didn't scream when being murdered. The murderer was wearing a mask, so that wouldn't have done anything. How did the key to the locker wind up with the victim? You're still assuming that is Kyoko.
Why?
I don't think it's Kyoko. Then again, my knowledge of Fenrir could have maybe let me jump a step, I think. There's an X location?
What?
We need to do more research on Fenrir. To the library!
Let's go.
I was hoping to never be in this room with you again. And here we are. Oh, come on, make me the goods.
I see.
I have no idea what it says, what language is it, okay? That definitely looks like the icon that is on the body's hand. Just saying. How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? As a Scot that did French for 4 years. And German for 2. And remember very little about either. Quite easily. Oh, shit off. Just read the fucking thing. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Oh, Christ, you're gonna tell me Liquid Snake's part of it next. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. Yeah, that's how I know of Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. They've been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified, which we'll probably have fucking access to, given this is the archives. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. Maybe that's why Mukuro left all of a sudden after 3 years. Just out of the blue.
What?
Dude! What the fuck is wrong with you? Did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Yeah. Wolf of Ragnarok, yep. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on the body. How many of them do you think got it in their cooch or gooch? Well, maybe their cooch as well. Who knows? Okay. Oh shit! Apparently that's all we're getting.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
Yeah. Time is a great healer, but a terrible beautician.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial! So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
Great.
That's right.
Alright. Trial number 5. And I won't lie, parts of this make sense to me, but a lot of it doesn't. Like of everyone that is left, I cannot figure out who killed the woman. And I'm saying the woman because I'm like 99% sure that the woman is Mukuro. But there's still no sign of Kyoko. Don't read anything into it. Unlike you, Toko, I get shit done. If you don't like it, kill me with those scissors. Oh, wait. That would link you to it straight away. Huh? Of course she is.
Hey.
Well, I mean, there may be an element of that, too.
What?
Of course he will. What? Nothing?
Why?
Interesting. Monica was not showed up yet.
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. Oh, there it is.
What?
It's not Jesus.
Come on.
You're the ones making me wait. What do you mean?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here, can we? But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
Hey,
Okay, I wasn't quite ready for that one. Alright, so that almost certainly confirms the body upstairs is Mukuro.
What?
is that right?
You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I make you be sorry later.
Shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry. Hustle your butts onto the elevator.
Indeed.
Meeting? Shut up!
Let's go.
But
I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Okay. Well, again, I'm gonna just go look for some coins, because you never know. Ah, that's all I got. Okay.
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. You actually got in?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Interesting. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. Ah, okay.
Whew.
I had no idea her body had been discovered.
So,
Oh god, so you don't know anything. Took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely. Okay, so you do know some. Okay,
however,
it's alright. If you're on the second floor of the dorms, how did you get there?
wrong.
To be precise, not quite. No, I think that key goes into the room off of the data center on the 4th floor.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. God damn! Monokuma's dick is the key to all the homes. Interesting, okay.
Just a second.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. I can't disagree with her.
It would seem
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For you.
goodbye.
The more I hear from her, the less I understand her. For her? Alright. And the doors slid shut. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. And that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. And after an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh god, that is blinding!
I can't wait!
I was gonna make a joke there, but oh my god, that is eye-searing! The time for pointless jokes and jabs is past.
Thrills, chills, kills!
And so the curtain opened for the fifth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly defense, a deadly class trial. I'm so fucking confused right now. Alright, what are we doing here this time? Memories float back. Kyoko was gone. Memories float back. Kyoko was gone, and a mysterious masked body appears. The threads holding them all together begin to spin and twine into one. Well, I did unlock a new skill or two, didn't I? So let's see what I got. Was it that one? Steadies your aim a little, effective during the non-stop debate in the Hangman's Gambit. Cost 2 SP, okay. Or I can have that one for, back on for 3. I think that one for me actually makes more sense. Alright, and what have we got in terms of the e-handbook? Okay, so we got Monokuma File 5, Exploded Body Analysis. Someone struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Okay. Explosions burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. And the body was wearing notably long fake nails. And that definitely looks like the Fenrir logo, doesn't it? The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand. It's a wolf. I can say that with 100% confidence now. It's a wolf. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared. It's hard to imagine these two events are unrelated. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it could be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Unless it was covered by a tarp. Okay. 7 AM, Makoto wakes to the morning announcement. 7:30, Makoto and Aoi arrive at the dining hall. 7:30 to 9, Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. At 9 AM, Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden where she discovers the body. The knife at the crime scene that was used to stab it before the explosion. It's also the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. Okay, the The tarp was hidden amongst the other items at the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime, the other side was completely clean and dry. There's also the question of the missing chicken. Seriously. Why is this a thing? Number of chickens in the chicken coop was decreased from 5 to 4. Yasuhiro claims there were without doubt 5 chickens just before night time last night, and we saw 5 for herself! Miyako stated there was no corpse in the garden just after night time last night, so it can be assumed the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Miyako also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen and there were blood stains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. I have a theory about that, but I'm not confident on it. Mikuro Ikisaba, female, known as the Ultimate Soldier. She became obsessed with the military from a young age. She disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on their body to represent their membership in the group. And apparently the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mikuro Ikisaba was the 16th student. Excuse me. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. We've got the wood block key that was found in Kyoko's room. Looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers of the dojo, which gives us the titanium arrows, 10 of them in total. And along with the arrows, there was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. And we've got Kyoko's account there at the end as well. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, oh baby, which grants access to any room of the school to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. This is getting weird. But I am going to take a quick be right back, because when we come back, it's time for trial number 5. And out of all the trials that we've dealt with so far, including the first one, when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I am the least confident about this one so far. Give me a minute, folks. Alright, folks, I am back, and I think I've put this off as long as I can at this point, so let's see what's waiting for us this time, shall we? God help us.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the last trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
We've done this 4 times already. We know how this shit works.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
That's awfully generous of you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Just by the fact that Kyoko's in the room with us, you moron.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
You're an idiot.
But she has legs and stuff.
Yes!
Well, that's just because...
What, you've never seen a ghost that has legs?
I'm the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Also, fun fact, just while I was taking my break there, I looked on Twitter briefly, and what was the first thing that came up in my trending? WWE. Between Hell Queen and Boss, you're corrupting me.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Yeah, it's 0.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
It's right fucking there!
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I'm not talking about her tits. She ain't got none. Her piercing glare! Well, it's her gloves, obviously.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Dude, you were with me.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
You'd do a hell of a job to burn up leather.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Dude, no wonder you get fucking held back. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, because for one thing, she's in fucking front of us! But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here in the case moves. So I don't have any choice but... Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Tattoo in the right hand, exploded body analysis, or fake names.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a ghost?
She was wearing
Interesting.
gloves before the explosion.
Ah, it's the
Yeah,
nails!
she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Thank you!
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Right, it's gotta be the fake
Impossible.
nails. But on which state?
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Ah, okay, I see.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, it's with fake nails here. You're gonna struggle to wear gloves.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Unless you've got fingerless gloves, but I'm pretty sure she's not got fingerless gloves.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Even the most complicated of women wouldn't fucking wear fake nails if they were trying to divert attention from their hands.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Thank you, Allie. I never thought she would be the voice of reason, and yet here we are.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Why is this even a discussion? We know it's not.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yes!
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Ay, ay, ay. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Okay. Excuse me. Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, or tattoo on the right hand. Well, I'm guessing it's going to be the tattoo.
Kyoko really is still alive.
That's my guess.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do,
Ah,
right?
okay, that's the statement. That's a statement.
If Kyoko
And I was
really
right, it is
is
tattoo
still
on the right
alive,
hand.
Then who died? There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond... And there wasn't any description... Well, if we can't identify the body...
Oh, I just got it.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Yeah, for real. I don't know what that was.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Choco, I'm living here. Everything is going to die a cruel and unusual death.
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Dude, at this rate, you're going to be at the forefront of it.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Toko has gone completely off the deep end. And that's saying something considering where we started.
Seriously? He really did something that humiliating?
Not humiliating.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information, well, that other information presumably being not the chicken. I love the idea of it being the chicken. The profile.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
I'm still wondering what the deal with the chicken is and why it's important, but I'm sure we'll get to it.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Oh, we're going to Hangman. Okay. Oh, okay, I was right when I said it was a wolf. There it is.
Now I understand.
Yeah, that was quick.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Now, how did you know that?
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
So, Loki and Sakura had a kid? Or pup, I should say.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What? Yeah?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
We thought so.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a last trial?
Right. But Mukuro's not the mastermind, because if she was, there wouldn't be a class trial.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
I agree.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
You mean?
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Ultimate soldier, okay.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
She's not perfect.
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Fukusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
That may end up being my thumbnail. Ooh, I get to go pick up soon. Pick up? Oh, the wacky tobacco.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Spoken like a true ultimate literary person. Hey, how are you doing?
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Nice try, asshole.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Huh? But the headmaster's a 30s, a man in his 30s.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Shut your up!
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Damn.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
No.
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
It's not hard to figure out who the suspects are in this case.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah, only 2 suspects. Toko and Genocide Jack! No, it's Kyoko and myself.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
She doesn't know.
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The
Are me and Makoto.
Two people there.
That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
No.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock at night.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
About 8 o'clock.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Yeah, so it would have been at 8 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
That's quite a big range, just like 11 hours.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Yeah?
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
7 to 7:30.
Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Regrettably correct. The murder happened between 10 and 9. I don't have an alibi from 10 to 7:30. Okay, it looks like the game has begun. We're in case 5. The game has begun quite a while ago. You're only just waking up. I can't provide an alibi for that period, yet I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Okay. Sprinklers exploded body analysis and fragmented the dead body. Okay.
We've established a time
4
frame for the
minutes!
murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I agree. Something happened in the garden at the same time every morning. The sprinklers. Thinking back, the garden was almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have been in the garden. Or 7:30.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, I was wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30,
If they got soaked.
then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
But only the top half.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
Only the mouth down south! I'm sorry, I have never ever heard of it described as the mouth down south. Moving on.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
I wish I could deny your entire existence, Toko, but no.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
You were fucking there! Or were you, No, wait, you weren't there. You got blown to fuck. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to hit, yeah. Alright. The moment of truth. Oh, God! Bullet time battle.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything.
Oh, God, that got complicated.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
Oh, that got complicated in a hurry.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Well, the top half was wet. Or, to put it in another way, the only thing that was moist was the lips up north.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
And I thought Hifumi was bad for this shit.
I'm so sick of her.
I don't blame you. I seriously don't fucking blame you, Ollie.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
I chucked a bottle of fucking water at it.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Wow, that is so condescending.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. U-G-L-Y. Ain't got no alibi. You're ugly!
I'd just like to say one thing.
It's not about your lips, is it?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
What do you mean?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
And I don't have one either.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Dude, we've been blaming you since the beginning.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Wow!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Wow, he is domesticated.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
It is?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
Oh no.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
The tarp. Why we're bringing this up, I don't know, but yeah.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
I know, that doesn't make sense, because wouldn't the blood have gone to the tarp?
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Wait, something's not right.
Yeah, something isn't right here.
And what might that be?
Yeah, something's not right here. Body before explosion, exploded body analysis and fragments of new dead body. Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
It just hit me. That's what it had to be.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah. There should have been
Because
blood on
the
it.
blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
If anything, that would have caused its own inconsistencies.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
What?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Where would they get someone else's blood? I mean, there's got absolutely nothing. I mean, slash your own wrist, for God's sake.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Or that.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
And you know that how?
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Garden? Oh, that's grim. If that's what I think it is, that is grim. I'll give it a go.
I got it!
Well, apparently that was
Could it have been
right.
Chicken blood?
Oh, all the fucking Predamonje jokes in the world, and that's actually what happened. Wow.
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Hey, Vibrant, how are you doing tonight?
But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Oh, that is grim, if that's actually the truth.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I'm beginning to think you're the Predamonje spokesperson. Oh my god!
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Alright, where's the chicken body then?
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Where? How?
They covered it beforehand?
Huh?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
What do you mean?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Wait a minute. The coat's on backwards. How did I not noticed that before?
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
I think so.
Oh no, I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
What is going on? Wait, what? Disguised dead body has been added to the truth. Okay.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Yeah, that worked well in Zero Time Dilemma. Asshole. And besides, it's not even 50-50 odds. It's 51% whatever's facing up first.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
That's the one we had, yeah.
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
You're kidding me. Did Kyoko kill him? Or her, sorry? Did Kyoko kill Mukuro? And is trying to pin it on me? But why?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
I didn't hate it, it just never came up.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. To be fair, I'm still not. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very Very suspicious indeed.
There's a lot of time that we can't account for.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh, this is bad. Right. This guy's dead body, which we just got. We exploded body analysis to practice the dead body. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you
Oh,
are.
fuck, I lost time on that. We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the target was removed. The coat was on backwards. No, the knife's not what killed them. That's what that's the trick.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
No. No. The exact position of the body was written down for everyone to see. Yeah. Dead before the blast. Victim had been stabbed a single time with the knife.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
You really are a fucking idiot.
Then the knife
Is a decoy.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Alright, I'm actually gonna take a proper screenshot of this one because I fucked up taking it yesterday.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Okay.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
I guess.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Why, have you never played Snake Eater?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Do you have any gray matter?
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
I love how she's getting into the whole more tits and brains argument now.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Yeah, one explanation for the explosion. Kind of obvious, honestly.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's pretty much exactly what we said.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
You have.
we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that
Is Kyoko.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Not denying it. Interesting.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
True.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
I have my suspicions, but I'm not sure.
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
What ultimately killed the victim? I need to concentrate. Okay. What have we got this time? Monokuma file number 5. That's it?
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover up and all those other wounds of the body were fresh. Which only leaves.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
No, it's wrong.
I'm surprised that was right.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Here's the question, why did she have them to begin with?
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Okay.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
That's a sharp object, you moron.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
And don't be dumb and say you swung it with the pick side and hit them with the handle.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
I didn't think even you could be this dumb. Boy, am I wrong.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Spoken like a true serial killer.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
Yeah, and we'd all be better off.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
You assume he has one.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Whee! Ah! I think I've just figured it out. It's the arrows, but not the actual arrow tips. The actual arrows themselves.
I got it!
10 of them together all
Mukuro
made
was
of
hit in the
titanium.
back
It's
of the
basically a
head with
baseball
something.
bat.
And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
Shut up.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
Don't blame her for Hida for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Bloody duct tape would block the titanium arrows. I think it's to do with the tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
That's my
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
An arrow,
Talk
yes.
back to Master.
10 of them?
You have no right!
Yeah,
The
that is exactly
titanium
what it
arrow.
is.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, it's wrong.
An arrow, yes. 10 of them together?
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Yes, a lethal weapon.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
Ah, okay. I had assumed they had just held all 10 of them and swung it. But maybe the duct tape was used to hold them together.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
That is an oddly specific reference.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
Harsh?
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
I also notice her stutter's gone.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
Kyoko had the key card, so yeah.
I've never been to the dojo.
Liar!
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
We're dead anyway.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
It's not hard. It's not the chicken. Okay,
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
It was in your room.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her.
That is?
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Protecting you?
What?
What? She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... Oh, what? Hang on.
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Why is that?
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Hold up. How did the key get in the room? Byakuya had the key. Wait, no, Kyoko's got a master key, though. Oh, what? Hang on. Oh, wow, okay, Oh, who the fuck killed them? When the body was found, okay. Just the one option though, so I might be absorbing something.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Yeah, he would.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, yeah, so again. This is not adding up! Byakuya.
Those words you just spoke.
What exactly what I said? I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Is that the proof? Is that the proof?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Oh, I thought I missed that.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
The rest of them don't know she's got a master key.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Oh. Yeah, we know about the master key, but nobody else does. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer. Or is there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Let's ignore the fact that she actually said that upstairs rather than here, but anyway. Is why I can't let that happen. But if I die, so does everybody else bar the killer. And if we get the killer wrong, we die anyway. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko. Why? Why? Well, that's not really true. I don't know. The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. Is she trying to tell me something without... What the fuck do I do here? I'm the only one who can expose it. Who can I trust? I mean, she was trusting me with information, but did she also manipulate me by insisting I take the knife? That is a good question, Makoto, because I have no idea. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Oh, God. I don't know. 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 Oh, God. I don't know. Well, since I'm not timed on this decision, I'll give it a second. Chat, what do you think I should do? I'm tempted to run away just to see what it does. Oh. Anyone in chat get any thoughts? Because I'm stumped. just because I'm nosy. No! Running away ain't gonna solve anything. Okay, well, we physically can't run. Okay. Where would we run to, anyway? I'm gonna let it go. There's a reason she's lying. But in a way that nobody else realizes it is a lie. There has to be a reason for it. I'm gonna let it go. For better or worse, I'm gonna let it go. Well, at least I caught the cutie fly.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
But he's got the biggest alibi of everyone.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
It's not just the decor, is it?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
What do you mean, time's up?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Oh, God! Well, I got 88 coins out of it, so not bad.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What is going on?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, God. Oh, God, what? Did we fuck up?
Sorry.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
They did?
Hey! Shing! Thrills, chills, kills!
Oh, what? Oh. What is going on? Wow. Actually some emotion from Kyoko. What?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
I love how she admits it after. She's admitted it after the vote.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh, God. What the fuck is this? After school lesson? Oh, God. What the? Alter ego?
What?
What the fuck?
This is...
It would seem...
What the heck?
In other words, I'm so confused right now. Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being tracked this time.
In other words,
It's the mastermind that's ensnared. What?
What did you say?
so...
The massive high school towers all over the urban buildings of this bustling... Well, we're still alive? It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Is the game just restarted? I'm so fucking confused right now. There are two things you need to... Oh, fuck. There are two things you need to attend this school. Money and a lot of fucking luck. Why is this restarted? Wait, this hasn't restarted fully. It's skipping bits. This is still back at the prologue. I don't know what's going on. Whoa! Finally! Where the holy fuck am I? I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then... I was awake. How you didn't die from the fall, I've no idea, but okay. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I know this isn't a dream because both my legs and my back are broken. Ah! I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Where the fuck even is this? I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled higher all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. Yeah. So you're probably wondering how I ended up here. That was just the beginning of my problems. I'm not surprised. Was I gonna be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego? What? Alter Ego saved me. How? They died in the last chapter. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Slowpo's kind of appropriate. Alright. Oh god, okay. on, some of this looks familiar. This is a desk. Yeah. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Yeah. That's a rocket in a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. I mean, yeah. That's an airplane. How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Does anything wind up anywhere? Oh. Alright, we'll try the door, because obviously that's what the door is to do. And of course it's locked. So I decided to look around for some food. Oof. I can't imagine that would be a pretty task in a garbage pit. Plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Well, what were you expecting in a garbage pit? But that was pointless too. Next to search for some water. I'm gonna be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea. In a garbage pit that has the remnants of various traps and whatnot, they're probably all bad ideas. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. Don't tell me they're gonna get crushed. After making a proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was curl up into the fetal position and cry like a baby. Because there's no way out of here. Go to sleep. Okay. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. Far cry from the other night. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. And then it hit me. Bang! However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed in what shape? Okay.
Just a second.
Ah! Kyoko? Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
You might want to do something about your hair there, girl. And yet this room probably smells a lot... this room probably smells a lot better than Kyoko ever did. Or, Toko, sorry. God, I butchered that about twice.
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. Yeah? And you look like a pile of trash. You got some fucking explaining to do.
So...
She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Is it food or water? Yes. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Well, I appreciate it. And within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Mm-mm. Yes, replenish your strength, then beat the shit out of her for putting us in this situation in the first place. See, this now makes me wonder what the hell would have happened if I had outed her lie. And poisoned. I also have to ask, why are you here? Great, now I can watch you stream while I eat all the cinnamon buns. Not that one. How are you doing, Steph? Here, wash it down with some mineral water. Or a nice cup of shit coffee. I don't have any rosehip tea for you, sorry. Also, I love how we were starving this entire time. And yet, we are carrying on us at this moment in time 9 packs of potato chips, 3 packs of prismatic hardtacks, 2 black croissants, 4 Sonic Cup of Noodles, 5 if you include the one in Kyoko's hair, 4 kid-sized curries, a ration fit for a snake, and 3 fucking donuts and 3 overflowing lunch boxes, and the sunflower seeds, and the bird seed. Makoto, you could have had all of that. I'm doing good, gotta get off my feet though, but great. Yeah, please get off your feet, I don't want you hurting yourself. Kyoko, after all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Yeah, you're the ultimate lucky student. You're lucky you didn't break your fucking neck on the way down.
Hmm?
Right. Get talking, girl.
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Boy, it was tempting. So you knew that I knew. Yeah.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. Yes, we nearly wound up dead because of you. Yes, you did. And I am a man that has real issues with abandonment. Talking personally, I'm actually being serious there. You didn't abandon me, you threw yourself down a garbage chute just to come see me. Now we can live for the rest of our lives in this dumpster. I wouldn't and don't even ask what's going on with the mouth down south. Pfft. I'm sorry, I am totally fucking using that sentence from now on. Oh, Toko, for as ass backwards as she is, and Jack along with her, she does come up with some amazing lines. Yes. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. To be fair, the more I think about it, it was a no-win situation. If I didn't speak up, I was to be executed. If I did speak up, chances are you would have been executed. But would Alter Ego have done anything for Kyoko, I wonder? I think that's the true trap.
However,
not that I'm trying to make excuses, but I don't fucking care. There was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. I can't offer you any reason other than that.
I'm truly sorry.
Explain yourself.
However, it's true.
The reason I have to survive is because I'm the special girl wearing all purple. My eyes are even purple. And purple, as we all know, is the best colour. Ain't that white? Right, Hell Queen? It ain't white.
In other words,
so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What did you come to this school to do? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. I hit the wrong button.
correct. In other words, indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. Has she figured out what she's the ultimate in? I had no memory of what my purpose was.
Makoto.
Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? We got hit by a vortex and then woke up in some unknown classroom. I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation from within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Indeed.
The work of the Mastermind story memory? For what purpose? And why only her? We all knew what we were ultimates in. There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the Mastermind's plan. The only reason I knew my alarm was going off is because my foot started vibrating.
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the Mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. Ooh, Axu. I must ask you a question. If what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you? Well, how could she? She didn't know any of us.
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have gone straight away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it, it's just a possibility. Yeah, fine. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it. She's not wrong. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense if she would look into her missing memory by herself. That's probably why she was so hostile towards us at the beginning of the game as well. Like, just not wanting anything to do with any of us. I think I called her a bitch at least twice. But in hindsight, it's beginning to make sense.
However,
that being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Alright, let me counter that question. Why us specifically? Why not say Aoi? Because among everyone else, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but, if you say you're psychic, I'm done. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could be mastermind.
I understand.
Oh, we're back to this.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but I think that just happened.
listen.
Wait, that... what? That... is... huh?
Hey.
Even though I still trust you, though, after the bullshit that you just pulled, it's, kind of wavering on this end. I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. I was convinced, huh? I think that's just her personality. She's got an interesting personality, I'll say that much. Alright. Well, we still need to get the fuck out of here. Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Oh, I'm all ears.
So...
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. That honestly doesn't surprise me. Given how methodical she's been in the previous chapters, that doesn't surprise me all that much.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here at the school.
So...
You came to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Okay. You mean the man in his 30s? Interesting. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. Because... Well, I didn't see that one coming. Oh, huh?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. When Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. Yeah. That explains why she was showing so much emotion back then. Huh?
No matter what?
So,
Oh, wow. Now it's all starting to come together. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
However,
I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. What else did you see in there?
so...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. And I suppose if the headmaster was the mastermind, why would he ransack his own office?
It's true.
And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. Right, hang on. If that key is for the second room dorms, what key does the door on the fourth floor tent room need? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. That definitely looks like the first floor dorms.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. Okay. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. Okay. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. Or did he? I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. Okay. I imagine she needed somewhere to sleep too, given that, you know, Byakuya had her room key.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Almost like the mastermind doesn't expect us to get there. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on at this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. I don't know, bearing in mind what happens in classroom 5C, my imagination's running rampant already.
So...
I can't explain it, you need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Well, I need to get the fuck out of here first. Sounds like it must be important. And ominous.
However...
which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the book. Oh. That's to do with Mukuro Igasaba. Yeah.
However,
just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. Well, just to be equally clear, neither did I think. And I know it wasn't you either. Okay. So the last class trial was rigged. Everything but you and me had an alibi, so who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Igasaba was to get me killed. Oh wow. So if we had exposed her lie earlier, we would have done exactly what the mastermind wanted. Oh my god, that's just fucked me. And not in a good way. So that would also mean then that the mastermind knows about Kyoko. She may even know, or he or she may even know, that... Why did I say she? That's confused me. Maybe because I'm looking at Kyoko. Maybe they even know that... They know about Kyoko's detective ability. Hell, maybe they even know about the connection between Kyoko and her father, the headmaster. What is going on?
indeed.
I stole that key. I'm making up words now. I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. That's a point. She was missing the entire town. Right up until the trial started. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. Is that why they were so quick to bring it to a judgment? Because of the school regulations. Yes, because he said himself, Monokuma himself specifically said that they're bound by the same rules.
That's right.
With minimal restrictions, you were free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. I still find it weird that the only restriction is the cafeteria.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. What is going on?
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Igasaba. There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been me. You mean when I was ill?
indeed.
I didn't dream that. I can hear them, you know. Hear them? The footsteps of the god of death. are you talking about? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go to the room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master assailant was. They ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key burned up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate it. So all this would mean whoever Booker is also the mastermind. That's a good assumption.
Indeed.
It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. That's kind of been the point of the entire killing game, let's be honest. Huh? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't defeat you.
Correct.
It's not just Lucaro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. Yeah, the more I think about this, the less this makes sense.
In other words,
It means the mastermind's the one who's been cornered. Oh, okay.
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. Do tell if you figure it out. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. She wasn't the ultimate despair, though. She was the ultimate soldier. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. That event being the tragedy of Hope's Peak?
That's right. It would seem
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
indeed.
They're the root of all the evil that's forced us to go through this. And you know she means business because her arms are suddenly crossed. And her gob is right open. Wide open. Don't open it too much more, dear. We are still in a fucking garbage dump. A rat might just suddenly jump in. That is the ultimate despair. And that is a real enemy. Alright, I'm gonna start up myself, so I'm gonna be lurking. No worries, Hell Queen. I think we're bringing this one to an end just now, actually. So, you received the Dream Island rocket present. Oh yeah, baby. But we're still stuck in a fucking garbage dump. 5 alive. I'm Johnny 5. Oh my god, what is going on? Right. So where does that leave us? Alright, well, I think after that degree of mindfuckery, and make no mistake, it's a lot of mindfuckery, I think I'm gonna leave it there as well. So, despite the fact that the rest of the survivors have absolutely zero faith in us, and we fell into Kyoko's trap, we're still somehow alive. Despite the fact that we fell through God knows how many floors to get to the garbage disposal, we're still alive. Despite the fact that Kyoko went down the same garbage chute, and ended up with all those noodles in her hair. She's still alive. We're both still trapped. We've no idea what the fuck is going on with everyone else. I feel like things are getting to some sort of climax. And not like that. We'll leave that kind of thinking to Toko and, you know, her novels. But let's see who we are raiding, shall we? Let's see. Who is live at the moment? I know Hell Queen's going live, but we raided her yesterday, so I'm going to choose someone else. Let's see. Oh, Queen went back live. I tell you what, there's something I want to see from Queen, so I want to see if she will, let's see if she plays ball. So we'll give this one to Queen Shut It Down. 2 queens in 2 days. I really am a regal motherfucker. Actually, that joke would only make sense if Dark Queen was a mother, and I don't know if she is. I would assume not, but never assume these days. But yes, I'm something, yeah. I'm stuck in a goddamn garbage disposal area. That's what I am. But we'll hopefully be breaking out of here next time. Somehow. And, yeah, we'll go say hi to Queen, see if we can figure out how her new job was going, and see if she's received a certain something that I've actually sent her. All the tracking I've got says that it's been delivered, so, we shall see. But yes, in the meantime, folks, whether you're guilty or you're innocent, always remember to make sure that the mouth down south is just ever so slightly moist. Take care, folks.